Hello, fellow calligraphers, calligraphy enthusiasts, and all of you who want to make the world a better place through calligraphy. Today I would like to talk to you about the very beginnings, how to start with calligraphy, and how to start with calligraphy in general. Now let's start with the definition of calligraphy, what calligraphy actually is. Kalli from Greek means beautiful, graphos to write, meaning beautiful writing. Based on this, it doesn't really matter what type of script you're using, you're always able to do calligraphy with that. If you use the traditional classic within Europe Latin script, then it could be calligraphy with that. It could be Greek, it could be Cyrillic, it could be Arabic, Japanese, what have you. You could do calligraphy with all of these. And this comes to the first point, what to do. You need to see what type of script you like the most, or what's the purpose. Why do you actually want to do calligraphy? If you want to start with something you already know, which most probably would be Latin script, then start with that. Go ahead, learn the basics, and that's exactly where you need to start once you choose the script, or try as many as you like, as I did. And just give it a try. You will see which resonates with you the most. For me, this was Mongolian. For me, that's the most beautiful script in the world. I just saw it, love at first sight. It could be a different script for you. But once you choose the script, then you need to go into the very basics. It's not about knowing how to write an A. It's about understanding why the shapes of A are like this. How can you move the different pieces of the letter? And you need to understand this very deeply. It's not sufficient for you just to see, oh yeah, I know how to write Latin. I mean, probably you do, most probably you do, but still you don't know why and how the script works like this. For that reason, I think it's best to start calligraphy with a script you don't know, because then you're learning it as a child would. You have no idea what these symbols are, you have no idea how they work, meaning the curiosity will give you the correct questions that you need to answer for yourself. If you learn something, why is it like this? If I change it slightly, what does it do? Does it change a meaning? Does it make a significant change to what I've written? In Latin, you know. In the other one, you don't. Meaning in Latin, it just forces you not to ask the very important questions when you're there to start with calligraphy. So the first one, basics. The second vital part would be getting the right tools. There is a plethora of different tools that you can use for calligraphy. I mean, it could be a stick in sand, it could be a marker with rubble, it could be cement, it could be ink, paints, acrylics, pencils. There are so many, and it doesn't matter. I mean, for the beginning, it really doesn't matter. Do not overcomplicate things. The first start is that you need to learn the script sufficiently for you to be able to create calligraphy. And if it's done with a pencil or with a brush, if you're not proficient with a brush, then you will focus more on brushwork than the calligraphy itself. And you can do the beauty with a pencil or with a pen. So start with something simple and focus on the script itself. Once you're happy with the script and how it flows, you're confident that what you're writing actually says what it's supposed to, then you can focus on different tools. Just take up another one. Okay, I thought, okay, let's go for a marker, let's say, a thick marker. So, okay, let's practice with that and do the same thing, because this will change the way the letters will be shaped. And then there you go into like the artwork itself. If it's a brush, let's say it's a wide one, and if you move it like that, it will be very thick. If you move it vertically, it will be thin. What happens when you move it sideways? The thing that happens is that the thickness of the line changes, which creates beauty. Yes, but you need to understand how the beauty is created. You need to practice with all the different letters to see how it works with the new tool. Does it work like this? Not cool. If you go for something else, if you go for a brush, then it's a completely different story that you can focus on, of course, and please do. You need to realize that it changes how you work with the script completely. So, the right tools. With the third one, and this slightly goes back to the very basics, but when you're learning the different letters and the basic strokes, and this is how I started with Mongolian. When I wanted to write a word, it was confusing, of course, because I had no idea what these letters were. I just had a list of them and I just practiced each, one by one. If I'm learning B, I would write hundreds of the letters, again and again and again and again, analyzing every single piece of the stroke, just seeing, is this correct compared to the workbook that I had? Okay, if it's correct, is it beautiful? Do I like it? Does it make sense? And I did this with every single basic stroke I could, with every single letter. When I was creating the original canvases, I mean the many years back, I was writing, let's say, a single letter, a single word. But it started with every single letter being written. You have 50 versions of every single letter and you write it. And you see, okay, once this one is good enough, then I went for syllables. I just wrote 2 of them. How do they connect? How do they work together? And I go, okay, these 2 work well. Now the second pair, third, fourth. And after I was happy with all the singular pieces of the word, only then I went for the whole word and I did the whole analytical process again. Does it work together? Is it legible sufficiently? Is it beautiful? Is this something that the client would want? I mean, this could take endless hours of repetition, practice, but the results are there. You don't really get there if you don't practice enough from the very basics. So this would be the part. Go for the basics, do not neglect them, because once you learn them very well, you will just reap the benefits for many years on. Now the fourth point would be repetition, developing good habits to actually do quality calligraphy. Calligraphy, as I said in the previous point, is an art form which thrives in repetition. You don't really get good by not doing it. Maybe this applies to many different fields, and actually it does, yes, but with calligraphy you keep repeating the same thing again and again and again, all the time, and only then you become proficient with the tiny little detail that will help you get better. And when you combine all these little details with sufficient proficiency, then it becomes very good. So the good habits that could help you very much for the beginning is just practice every single day. It doesn't need to be for 8 hours straight. It could be an hour, it could be 2 hours. And at the beginning, this would help you the most. After you get home from work, let's say, and everybody goes to sleep, and you take your 2 hours just for yourself. Put on some quality music that just makes you energetic to practice or peaceful, like whichever would work best for you. Just bring out the tools. For me, this would be brushes and ink and papers, and then just practice. Just see how it progresses. And if you do this every single day, then you will see the results. Not right away, but you will see them slightly in a week, much more in a month. And if you develop this as a habit, I promise you the calligraphy will be amazing. The next step, once you get good with all the other steps that we mentioned, would be experimentation. Because once you've learned it, I wouldn't say you need to be absolutely proficient for you to experiment, but once you're confident that it could be done differently, go ahead. I mean, no one's stopping you. Like, okay, I've been writing very diligently all the time, writing, and I'm just tired. The brain is tired of doing the same thing again and again. I mean, okay, you can relax, and you can relax with calligraphy the same way. Just, okay, what if I did it in a crazy way? What if I just neglected this single line? Just let your mind wander wherever it wants. I mean, will it be perfect? No, probably not. Will it be insane? Probably yes. Will it be fun? Absolutely. Will it make your brain relaxed so that you can go on practicing calligraphy? 100%. So feel free to experiment, just give it a wonder, you'll see. I mean, maybe you will just stumble on an interesting idea that you can later on practice or utilize wherever you want. And as the final point, seek guidance. Just see how this is done by someone else. Someone who is a master in the specific script or in the specific approach to the script. Just find these people. Nowadays, it's very easy to find them online, either for Mongolian, it could be for Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, or any script, or Latin. There are people who are proficient with the scripts, meaning you can find them, you can see their works online and just get inspired, because these people put in the work to see the results later on, and this could work for you the same way. Or connect with them, just, hey folks, I tried Mongolian calligraphy and I'm really unsure if, how it works, if it's correct. So here is my work, would you mind taking a look? Just give me a little bit of feedback. I was like, hey, of course, no problem. Just send it to me, I'll be very happy to talk about it and to give you feedback, and then you can improve like this. People like talking about their passion, and if you reach out to them, talk to me about your passion, and they probably will. So seek guidance. And as the very last part on how to start with calligraphy, just start. It's that simple, just do. That's it. If it intrigues you, if it's something that you want to give it a try, just go ahead. It takes just a couple of hours for you to grasp the basics. Let's say 20 hours of practice gives you a good enough idea for you to understand the area that it is about. And in 20 hours, which is not, it could be a month, you will just see, okay, is this for me? Absolutely yes. Then do calligraphy, and it's not that much of an investment for you to see if this is for you. It might be, or in the worst case scenario, this will just bring you a peace of mind for a month, and you can tell, okay, I give it a try, and being sincere to myself, I know this is for me, I want to do it. Or not, that's up to you. Just start and do calligraphy, and let's make the world a better place with calligraphy. Cheers.